Biafra Prime Minister Excellency Master Simon Ekpa announces date for 1 month lockdown of all Zoo Secretariat in Biafra land. Welcome back to Biafra News. Support Biafra, people of goodwill, Ada Biafra here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. Biafrans, I bring you another update coming from Biafra Prime Minister Master Simon Ekpa. I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell right beside it to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comments at the comment section. So dear friends, we're going straight to this very update without wasting much of your time. Don't forget that on 12th of August 2024, Biafra Prime Minister announced that will be 1 month total lockdown of all Zoo Secretariat in Biafra land. And today he has announced the day that the lockdown will start. So pay attention. On 12th of August, Biafra Prime Minister said, our next 1 month lockdown of Nigeria terrorist institutions within Biafra territory is not civil disobedience. It is forceful lockdown of the terrorist Nigeria Army Barracks, terrorist Nigeria police stations, state government houses, governor's lodge, all secretariats, both federal, state, and LG checkpoints will be decimated as many as possible during this 1 month. Civilians are advised to be security conscious, go about your businesses, but don't go close to any government-owned facilities. The list will be posted after the lockdown has been declared. Our demands are simple. Withdrawal of all Nigeria terrorists in uniform from Biafra territory. Accept the Biafra self-referendum, which recorded over 50 million votes so far. Release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and other Biafra political prisoners unconditionally. Okay, this was when Biafra Prime Minister announced the 1 month lockdown of all Zoo Secretariat in Biafra land. Don't forget, it has nothing to do about the business, or it's not a civil disobedience. You are free to do your business, but make sure you do not go close to any zoo facilities, any zoo government house, or any zoo, anything that has to do with zoo. Make sure you don't go close to it. You can go about your normal businesses. You have no business with the lockdown. It's about zoo institutions and secretariat in Biafra land. So no this and no peace. Makadia Fonjas and Ifa Jonas that will start ranting. So the date for the lockdown has been announced. It has been announced. I know wherever they are now, they are panicking. And don't forget that all barracks will be shut down. Police stations and checkpoints will be decimated. As many as possible will be decimated. I'm telling you, many will be decimated. If they think they own Biafra land, let them come and mount their checkpoint. Let's see them. The Woto massive. The Woto very, very massive. So pay attention as we continue. So today being 22nd of August 2024, Biafra Prime Minister announced the date for this 1 month lockdown. Since they don't want to release our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, like Biafra Prime Minister mentioned, one of the reasons for this total shutdown of all those secretariats and institutions in Biafra land is Ahmadike's unconditional release, and to acknowledge Biafra self-referendum vote that have recorded more than 50 million. Don't forget that our leader was kidnapped by Nigeria terrorist state in Kenya. He was tortured, and since then he has been in DSS dungeon. Even when Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him of all charges, they refused to release him. He has been in DSS dungeon. Even when court discharged and acquitted him. What is this crime? Asking for his people's freedom. Conduct a peaceful referendum. Let my people choose if they want to remain in Nigeria or go with Biafra. It's a call for self-determination is not a call for war, but in Nigeria is a call for war. They don't want you to talk about freedom. They don't want you to talk about you being on your own. They just want you to continue being in that contraption. So that they will continue impoverishing you, making things hard for everybody there. Nigeria is more than 220 million. I'm sure it's up to 230 million population now. They can't provide for the masses. Allow those that want to exit. It becomes a problem. So we must continue. So today, 22nd of August 2024, Biafra Prime Minister said, the 1-month lockdown of all Nigerian institutions in Biafra territory will begin on 28th of August. We will soon roll out the affected institutions. This is part of the delegitimization of Nigeria, a process ongoing. Okay, as the world remains silent to the killings of our people and our plight for freedom, we forge ahead. We forge ahead to take it by force. It's freedom or die. Remember, it is death for anyone in the way of Biafra's freedom. Since the world don't want to do the needful, by conducting a referendum, let those that want freedom exit Nigeria. It's now up to us to do the needful, and we are doing that. Our leader, Mazinam, told them that he will. Don't get me in Nigeria. With truth. That he will deal with Nigeria with truth. They thought he was joking. Today, what is happening? They kidnap him, thinking it's over today. What is happening? They don't even think that our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, is on the way coming. So, dear friends, don't forget you can go about your normal daily business. You have nothing to do. This 1-month lockdown have nothing to do with Biafrans. Yes, it's not about Biafrans. It's not a civil disobedience. It's a forceful shutdown of all those secretariats in Biafra land. Since they don't want to listen to the owners of the land, it's time for us to let them know the real owners of the land. Who the real owners of the land are. They don't own Biafra land, we own Biafra land. As the world remains silent to the killing of our people and our plight in general, we forge ahead to take our freedom and destiny into our own hands. Don't forget that. Let's walk the talk. Victory shall be ours. We are Biafrans, and we are capable of achieving anything we set our minds on. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Biafrans are very excited about 1-month lockdown of all Nigerian institutions in Biafra territory. No challenger. There is nobody who said this is not a good idea or is not a welcome development. You can't say that unless you are an Afonja or a Ifajo, one of the Ifajonas. This is finally piercing the camel's back. The world will know Biafra territory is in full control of their bridge and is hereby ready to declare her independence. Let's know how you own Biafra land. Biafra land belongs to us, and it's up to us to decide what happens in Biafra land. Zoo terrorists are not needed in Biafra land, both their barracks and checkpoint. Their extortion, killing, and the kidnapping point are not needed in Biafra land. Their stations are not needed in Biafra land. Their barracks are not needed in Biafra land. So like Biafra Prime Minister said, this is not a civil disobedience. No, it's not. It's not a civil disobedience. All right? This 1-month lockdown of all Nigeria terrorist institutions within Biafra territory is not a civil disobedience. It is forceful lockdown of Nigeria terrorist army barracks, Nigeria terrorist police stations, state government houses, governors lodge, all secretariats, both federal, state, and the LOGs, checkpoints will be decimated, as many as possible. Indigenous people of Biafra are asking for nothing but their freedom and the total exit from Nigeria, and the whole world knows this. But because they are being bribed by Nigeria terrorist state, they don't care if we die or live, but we are fighting to live because freedom is every human's fundamental right, and that is what Biafrans are fighting for. Don't forget that this lockdown is not a civil disobedience. It's not. Makade Afonjas and Ifajinas that will start ranting. It's not a civil disobedience. It's not. It's forceful shutdown of all zoo, terrorist army barracks and police stations, and checkpoints will be decimated. No this and no peace. Biafrans are taking their freedom and their destiny to their own hands. We are no longer going to cry to the world to come to our rescue. We are fighting our enemies and those coming to our land to kill us. And we are telling them that they have no place in Biafra land. If you don't believe that, go and have transformer. We are not begging you, and we owe you no explanation or apology. Because it's only a tree that you will tell, I'm coming to cut you, and that tree will remain there till you go and get a saw or a knife to cut it down. We are human beings, and we can no longer fold our hands and watch these terrorists terrorize us in our own land, kill us and in our own land, and go unchallenged. Our leader was kidnapped, And if their court has asked them to release him, they discharged and acquitted him of all charges. But Zoo terrorist state refused to release him. And their checkpoints and their barracks everywhere in Biafra land. Okay. I got know that this time around. The woto got the massive. Ndị na-ekweta ha ga-ekwete kwefe ha. Ekwe ga-ekwe n'ukwe kwere ha ga-set. Come 28th of August, ọ ga na-ada and ha ga na-anọ there. Ha ga-agbagide soro gede si na ha agbazi. Mana ha ya agba ma ha chọrọ ma ha chọọ ha ga-agbagide because all of them will go back in body bags. Biafra land belongs to Biafrans and it's up to Biafrans to decide what happens in their land. We have many Afonjas and Ekpa Jonas kicking against our freedom. Both Southeast governors, Southeast politicians, Southeast elders, traditional rulers, they are fighting against their own people's freedom, inviting Zoo terrorist killers in army uniform come and terrorize their own people to please their Fulani masters. If you people think that few of you stooges and intellectuals own Biafra land, on 28th of August, I want to tip this shoe. Maybe on shows no Biafrans Hanama. We other heads at your houses that we are not aware of. On 28th of August, now you people should bring out your heads. Let's know how many heads on you people's neck. Come on 28th of August. They will for the terrorists and the saboteurs, betrayers of their own people. Haga not there. So, Biafrans, I'll stop here. Let me read some comments from Biafrans before we round up. Let's read some comments because I know some of them will say, oh, yes, why would you put 1 month lockdown? It's not civil disobedience. This is total shutdown of zoo, government houses, secretariat institutions, barracks, stations. And the checkpoints will be decimated. You can go about your normal daily businesses. You have nothing, that this lockdown is not about you or your business. You're free to do your business, but make sure you do not go close to any zoo, government house, any zoo, anything that has to do with zoo. Make sure you don't go close to it. Even their checkpoint. Those of you that hawks are close to their checkpoint, do not go close to their checkpoint starting on 28th of August. This is a warning to avoid had I know, or to avoid your people coming on social media to rant. Simon Ekpa is destroying Southeast. Simon Ekpa is doing this. Yeah, sent out the warning, and I'm here also bringing it to you. So first comment said, our leader Mazen Namdekano told them that he will deal with zoo with truth. And what is happening today? Another person says, as the world remains silent, Biafrans are doing the needful. Okay. Another person said, Biafrans are very excited about 1 month lockdown of all Nigerian institutions in Biafra land because we own Biafra land. Okay. Another person said, this is the best news of the day. This just made my day. Thank you, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, for all you do for us. We promise you, we will sit at home for our freedom so our Biafra angels can deal with these terrorists. Okay, with these terrorists, it is freedom or die. Okay, another person said the best decision ever, Biafra Prime Minister. Okay, another person said, right on, sir. We like what you are doing. Okay, another person said, Ambazonian lockdown border closed. Biafra lockdown. This is just the beginning of wars for the Zoological Republic. It is not permitted for any mortar to stop the rising sun. The God of justice is in charge. Okay. Another person said, we not be them. Okay. Another person said, this is finally piercing the camel's back. The world will know Biafra territory is in full control of Bridgie. Okay. Another person said, the zoo is panicking now. Confusion has kicked in after this news. Their BP don't jump. Sleepless night is now in process. In process. They are now mad. No medication prescribed by any physician can cure their sickness. Simon Ekpa is only the medication for Nigeria. Okay. Another person said, remember, this is helping us to get Nigeria out of Biafra land. These measures are important for redeclaration of the nation of Biafra, nothing personal. Okay. Another person said, please, I want you to stop all this revenue of all type in the lockdown so that the pain will hit hard. Now, Biafrans will do their business. This is about their checkpoint, their barracks, their station, and all their government houses, governor's lodge, and their whatever. the zoo own in Biafra land. All right. So we must continue. We must continue. Another person said, lock it up and throw the keys. Atlantic Ocean, and after that, Biafra will come. Okay. Another person said, our great man in charge is about to put fire for the legitimization of Nigeria terrorist government and in preparation for the legitimization of a nation of Biafra. Love this news. Okay. Dear friends, I will stop here. That is it, coming from Biafra Prime Minister. The 1 month lockdown will start. The 1 month lockdown of all zoo secretariats and all zoo institutions in Biafra territory will begin on 28th of August. And they have this in mind. It's not a civil disobedience. It is a forceful lockdown of all zoo, terrorists, Nigeria Army, barracks, police stations, institutions, secretariats, governor lodge, and the government houses, both local government and the federal government. No this and no peace. You can do your business. It's not a civil disobedience, but make sure you do not go close to anything that has to do with zoo. Do your business and go back to your house. Do not go and be hawking close to their checkpoints, because a lot of checkpoints will be decimated. Thank you. Share this very news once you come across it. God bless you, Biafra Prime Minister, and our gallant men on ground doing the needful. Thank you all.